Going to call this February 9th, 2026, City of Coolidge regular meeting to order. Please join me in the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Norma, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Mayor. Councilmember Tom Bagnall.
Present.
Councilmember Audrey Saavedra. Here. Councilmember Steve Hudson.
Here.
Mayor John Thompson.
Here.
Councilmember Ian Gillespie.
Here.
Vice Mayor Tatiana Murrieta.
Here.
And Councilmember Tom Schultz.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, for next item is presentation by representatives of Arizona Public Service on the renewal of APS's Coolidge franchise. I see Mr. Rosales. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council. Richard Rosales, Public Affairs, APS, you all know me. Just want to briefly discuss the APS franchise agreement with the City of Coolidge that has been reviewed and discussed with the attorneys and with our representatives and with our attorneys. So what is a franchise agreement? It's just a 25-year contract with APS so that we're allowed to work in the right-of-way of in the City of Coolidge. We will continue to own and operate our electric utility infrastructure that is installed, but it's sort of in lieu of permits and permitting every time we need to replace a pole or work in the right-of-way. We establish a franchise agreement. It's a 25-year contract, and we collect the franchise fees, which get turned over to the City of Coolidge with voter approval. So with the 25-year agreement, what does it entail? So it's the relocation costs depends on where the infrastructure is, but if, say, the City of Coolidge is expanding a roadway and our infrastructure is within the right-of-way, then we would pay to remove it. If we have an easement on private property, then the whoever needs to have it moved would pay for it. But it just makes it a lot easier in this agreement to do all that. These are all the items associated with it. So this franchise agreement, as it was presented, will outline all of these different aspects that we would work with the city on. So Southwest Gas, Tucson Electric, Unis Services, they all have franchise agreements. And then other communications cable providers, they have a licensing agreement with you. So we met with city and staff. We reviewed a franchise agreement as presented. The city attorneys made some edits as they saw fit. We reviewed them. And then now we send it to you for a council to approve a resolution and call for the election, which has to be approved by 50% of the residents of Coolidge. APS does all the legwork on it by submitting the public notice, pay for our fair share of the elections, and conduct outreach to all the residents. And we look at putting it on the franchise on the 2026 primary election ballot. And I know that was just moved Friday, so we've got to move quickly on it once if it is approved tonight by the resolution. So, frequently asked questions, you can read them there, but why is it important to just learn a long-term mutual coordination when working with cities and in the right-of-ways? It's not new. This is a 25-year agreement that renews actually in July of it expires in July of 2027, but we wanted to get it in on this election cycle because next year there wouldn't be a major election. So we wanted to get it renewed prior to the expiration, and it would go into effect the day after it expires, which would be July of 2027, I believe, right? And we have 54 agreements with municipalities across all 11 counties. And the franchise fees are 2%, which is a continuation of what customers see today. And if it doesn't get approved by the voters, we just continue to provide safe and reliable power, but we need to work on getting a new agreement passed in the future so that we can continue with the right-of-way and all the other items outlined in that. So I think that's pretty much all I have, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions? I see a 25-year deal, and, no, this isn't the one that has the 10-year extensions. This, is every 25 years this comes
Yeah,
out.
it's just every 25 years, we'll go for a new franchise.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? You got off easy, Richie. Thank you, though.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, we'll move in to call the public. If there's anybody here that wants to address the council, please come up. We need your name and your address, and you have up to 3 minutes.
Mayor, we do have one speaker that would wish to speak under call to the public. Joseph Caruso?
Hello, my name is Joseph Caruso. My address is 44003 West Mescal Street in the city of Maricopa. I've lived here in Pinal County for the last 18 years. But today I'm here as a representative of United Way of Pinal County. We have been serving Coolidge and the surrounding areas since 1981 for the last 45 years. Currently, we are focusing on education, financial stability, workforce development, and other related topics. Today, though, I'm here to talk about our Reading by Third Grade initiative, in which we partner with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. First, I'd like to share why does reading by third grade matter? This is a really key, important educational milestone for children. After third grade, they're no longer taught how to read. In fourth grade, they're expected to read to learn. So when they're struggling entering the fourth grade, 1 out of 4 of those children will never fully catch up. 1 out of 6 will not graduate high school in time, and other similar problems and statistics like that follow. Our program focuses on children who are under 5, as 90% of the brain for children develops by the age of 5. So at that age, they're sponges, and they soak up everything that they hear, see, and do. So we are encouraging families to read to their children under 5. It could be parents, grandparents, aunts, any kind of family member, just more reading to those children. Most recent test scores, 2025, show that only 14% of Coolidge third graders are currently reading, which is very low versus the state of Arizona, which is at 36%. 260 children in Coolidge are currently enrolled in our program, receiving a book every month through Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, our partner in this program. That means we're mailing 3,120 books to Coolidge each year through this program. But today I'm here to encourage families to sign up for our program, Reading by Third Grade Initiative. They can get free books each month mailed to their children at their home here in Coolidge. It's addressed to the children. The kids get really excited about the books, and it just creates a love of books, fosters literacy. So when they start elementary school, they're on pace with their peers, and then they continue to stay on pace and hit that reading by third grade benchmark, which is so key for those children. So what can be done? Encourage families with children under 5 to sign up on our website, unitedwayofpc.org. Underneath programs, they can find our Reading by Third Grade initiative where they can enroll their children for free, and they'll begin receiving books within a month or so. Also, we have our annual golf tournament, which takes place on Friday, April 24th at Francisco Grande Hotel and Golf Resort. All the funds for that will support this program, adding new children, supporting the children currently enrolled in the program, and expanding the reach. Currently, we cover all zip codes across Pinal County, and we'd love to have more children enrolled. For the golf tournament, uwpcgolf.com. You can learn more, sign up. We'd invite everyone to join us to play, sponsor, support this program however you're able to. But once again, we'd love to encourage families to read to those young children under 5, get them ready for school and beyond. That's all I have. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you for coming over. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Seeing nobody else come up or approach, we will get out of call of the public. Item 4, City Council, this is for approval of minutes of the regular meeting, January 12th, 2026. Item 5, City Council, regular meeting, January 26th, 2026. Are there any corrections or comments? If not, I need a motion to act.
So move.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. By business items for consent, is there any item that any of the council members want to be pulled off for individual consideration?
Mayor Thompson, items 8 and 9.
Okay. Any others? Okay, 8 and 9. Okay, so item 6. Consider the reappointment of Steve Brokshoulder, Ricky Vaughn, and Danielle Tucker to serve on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board for 2-year terms. Item 7. Consider approval of entering into an agreement for the purchase of material between the City of Coolidge and Ringo Canyon Granite LLC for the purchase of decomposed granite for the archery range. Item 10, resolution number 26-02, a resolution of the mayor and the city council, the City of Coolidge, Arizona, authorizing the submission of an application to the Arizona Department of Transportation for 5111 rural transit funding and authorizing all actions necessary to implement and complete the activities outlined in said application. Item 11, consider approval of entering into a subrecipient agreement number 230421-02 between the Arizona Department of Homeland Security and the City of Coolidge Police Department for 2023 Homeland Security reallocation grant funding in the amount of $140,000 for overtime and mileage, and approve the expenditure of said funds. Item 12, consider approval of entering into amendment to dedication agreement between the City of Coolidge and Randolph Solar Park LLC for the purpose of updating the legal description of the dedicated property. Okay, I need a motion to act.
Mayor, if there's no further discussion, I make a motion, we approve consent agenda items 6, 7, 10, 11, 12 as read.
Okay, the motion is second. Norma?
Yes. Councilmember Show?
Yes.
Councilmember Bagnell?
Yes.
Councilmember Saavedra?
Yes.
Councilmember Hudson?
Yes.
And Mayor Thompson?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item 8. Consider approval of entering into a fiber optics telecommunications right-of-way license between the City of Coolidge and Bicentennial LLC, a Florida limited liability company, to construct, install, operate, and maintain and use the public rights of way within the city to provide telecommunications services and fiber optic cable, interstate services, and other communication facilities. Okay.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, happy to answer, and council, happy to answer any of your questions.
Yeah, Mayor Thompson, yeah, I was looking these over, and I did have a conversation with Mr. Myers on Saturday out at the airport, and I just had a few questions on these, and then he followed up with some information and got it all squared away. But one of the things that I had a concern with was that in the agreement, it did designate it as service area, and then I associated service area with franchise, and then the actual Exhibit B map that's on that, it does say it's just project area. So they did go ahead and make those corrections. Mr. Fitzgibbon's office made those corrections on that. So I just wanted to point that out. And that was really about it, and actually, that's on both 8 and 9. So I think if it's okay with the mayor, if we want to just go ahead and take 8 and 9 together, that. Separate them? Okay.
Okay, so we're done with 8? Well, I'm going to read 9. Consider approval of entering into a fiber optics telecommunications right-of-way license between the City of Coolidge, MMR Fiber Solutions, LLC, a Delaware limited liability company to construct, install, operate, and maintain, and the use of public rights-of-way within the city to provide telecommunications services and fiber optic cable, interstate services, and other communication facilities. Okay. So,
Okay, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to approve items 8 and 9 of the consent agenda as read.
one at a time?
One at a time? Okay. Okay, I move to approve item 8 of the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Item, okay.
Okay, I move to approve item 9 of the consent agenda as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right. And I guess we're down to business regular items.
Thank you.
Item 13, resolution number 26-03. A resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Coolidge, Arizona, designating the election dates and purpose of the election, calling an election for an alternative expenditure limitation, designating the deadline for voter registration, and designating the place and the last date for candidates to file nomination papers.
Yes, good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the council. Tonight before you for consideration is the resolution for the call of election. On last week, the election was still scheduled for August 4th, 2026. I just want to point out that after Governor Hobbs signed House Bill 2022, the elections have been moved up 2 weeks. Therefore, the call of election will be, which is the primary, will be on July 21st, 2026. What this does is move up the filing period for candidates. So those new dates will now be February 21st through March 23rd. Packets are available at my office. I'll have those beginning tomorrow morning, so that you can set a time with me. You can come in, anyone that's interested in running or at least picking up a packet, call me, set up a time, and we can review it together. That way, if you have any questions, we can answer them at that time. Of course, it has all the same forms. You'll need your statement of interest, and then your nomination petitions, your nomination paper, and so forth and so on. So this year, for petitions, you will need a minimum of 101 signatures and no more than 202 signatures. So you probably need to get busy, but it's not too bad, I guess, from other cities. But anyway, what we're asking for tonight is just approval and adoption of the resolution to call the election for the primary election. The primary election is July 21st, and the general election will remain the same of November 3rd, 2026. And I can answer any questions you have.
When do the packets need to be turned in?
The packets, the last date to file is May 23rd, 2026. First date to file is February 21st, so this month. The dates prior to that were March 9th through April 9th, so they moved up about 2 weeks.
Thank you, Norma.
So the last day of file, isn't it?
March 23rd, 2026, at 5:00 PM.
Any other questions? Okay, then I'm going to need a motion to act.
Mayor, if there's no further discussion, I make a motion, we adopt the resolution as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Norma.
Okay. Councilmember Hudson?
Yes.
Councilmember Saavedra?
Yes.
Councilmember Bagnell?
Yes.
Councilmember Schultz?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Murrieta?
Yes.
Councilmember Gillespie?
Yes.
And Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Item 14, resolution number 26-04. A resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Coolidge, Arizona, declaring that the city council deems the granting of a certain franchise beneficial for the city of Coolidge, ordering an election to be held on July 21st, 2026, for the purpose of submitting to qualified electors of the city of Coolidge the question as to whether or not a franchise shall be granted to Arizona Public Service Company.
So again, Honorable Mayor and members of the council, before you tonight is the resolution that calls the election for the APS franchise agreement. Mr. Rosales did the presentation. It's, our goal is to make sure we can put it on the primary. We're gonna have to move quickly with published publications, so forth and so on. We're gonna work closely with Mr. Rosales as well as Ms. Perry. And we're hoping to get that on for the primary. If not, we'll move it out to the general. But we're asking for your consideration and adoption of the resolution. I can answer any questions you may have.
Are there any questions? Then I need a motion.
I move to approve item 14 as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second, Norma.
Okay. Ooh. Councilmember Shope.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Murieta.
Yes.
Councilmember Gillespie. Yes. Councilmember Hudson.
Yes.
Councilmember Saavedra.
Yes.
Councilmember Bagnell.
Yes.
And Mayor Thompson.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, moving to report from the mayor, council, and city manager. We'll start over here with Councilmember Shope this time.
Okay, one thing that just keeps cropping up, and I guess it's never gonna go away until something is done to permanently eliminate a certain group, and that is, the problems with Skip and their, ability to serve their customers. I don't think Coolidge is involved in this latest, lack of service to their constituency, but someplace out there, they're going, it's not even hot. They're going through the same thing. It's a day or two long, and it's just, I don't want that to come here and that we've done nothing about it. Not that we can do a lot about it, but we at least need to open our mouths and let our voices be heard. I know Eli Crane's one that needs to be notified. I don't know if there's anybody else that does, but anyway, just something to keep in mind, so. Am I off base on that or not?
Oh, sure. You ought to talk to one of our state senators.
The state can't do anything about it, but if they could, I'd be talking to them. Yeah, or by now I would have.
I mean, we've sent letters, but there's not much, nobody can, the federal government doesn't even control those guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an issue. Is that the only one? I see.
I've got it written down. That's all I need.
Okay,
Go ahead.
all right. Kathy?
Nothing major, just want to thank Mr. Russo for his work and keep up the good work. Awesome, man.
I have nothing to add.
Got nothing.
Just want to thank everybody that showed up for the fly-in this last weekend out there at the airport. We had a huge crowd. Mr. Myers was directing traffic out in the parking lot and then also in the air to try to keep planes from landing on top of each other. So, but we had served a little over 350 breakfasts out there, and there was just a huge turnout. The Coolidge Custom Classics cars were out there and everything, but we just had a real good turnout and a lot of people, and it just went off so well and didn't have any real issues except we were running out of food. So, but other than that, it was good. So thank you.
James, I'd like to see what you were doing up there directing traffic up in the air.
Vice Mayor? Okay, Gilbert?
Mayor, the only thing I've got is we've prepared, James prepared a little flyer for all the weeds that are occurring throughout the city, just encouraging our citizens to clean up, because once they dry up, they become a fire hazard. And we'll be putting this in Ben's doing a free dump day that's very popular, and that's on March 21st, 2026, at the Solid Waste Transfer Site, 1431 West Coolidge Avenue. Last year, it was really, really popular. were in that line, but they were moving things pretty fast, so they were doing a great job. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Gilbert. And Councilmember Shope, I was just kidding you about TJ, but I have written letters to, along with the chairman of the Apache tribe and other, our guy out here, Governor Lewis, regarding the San Carlos situation. So
Thank you.
they're aware of everything that's going on. I don't know if anybody's ever going to do anything, but they don't have the power. I mean, they don't have enough to give out. So that's an issue too. Somebody's going to have to take care of that issue.
Staying silent is not the answer, so I'm glad you
No,
stepped forward on that part anyway.
Oh, I sent those out a while back. All right, I don't have anything else. I need a motion to get out of here.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you for coming.